Right, welcome to Shabita Uganda e-learning. My name is Nelson Bitswamba. We are going to make a continuation of our video that is on how to find the numbers of elements in a given set n. In our recent video, we are able to look at these numbers or these kind of sets, and we are able to discuss how we can find the number of elements of a given set. We talked about the intersection of these sets, the number of intersection, the number of union. We talked about the number of elements of that specific set, where we talked about the complement of those numbers. So we are able to discuss all this and how we can answer them. We are able to understand using practical examples. So this video is also going to be a continuation on numbers of that kind, and we are going to be looking at more numbers. That is going to be the activity of this, and we shall be able to understand more about them. Okay. So these are the numbers that we are going to discuss and see how we can answer them all. Okay, as you can see, that's how we are going to deal with such a numbers. Okay, you can see here, this is our activity that we are going to do, all of us, and find out the necessary solutions. Okay, so in these examples we have our question 1. They have given us various sets. They are saying we have our set called V is equal to AB, okay, and another set which is W is BC. Okay, so they are telling us to find the number of set V, then intersection our set W. Then Roman numeral 2, they want us to find the number of elements of set V, then union set W. So in our recent video, we were able to understand how do you get the intersection, the number of intersection of that set. So this is what we are going to do in terms or in detail for us to understand this question. We have our set V as A, B, then our set W is BC. And then also we have the question where they want us to find the number of elements in set V, then intersection the number of elements in set W. Okay, let's get started. Let me get a pen here. Okay, let me get a pen here. First of all, we said for us to be able to understand and find out the number of elements of V intersection W, we should be able to know the elements in these sets. We have our V. We have our set V is having AB, then our set W is having BC. Okay. So we can see, for us to find the number of elements of set V intersection this, we have to first understand what are those elements that are common in our sets. Okay, so we can now be able to say our V intersection W. We first get our V intersection what? Our V intersection W. V intersection W is equal to those elements that are common in both sets. So we have our A and we have our B, we have our B and our C in both sets. So now let us identify which members are common. Okay, do we have A here? No. Do we have a B here? Yes. So we take those members that are what? That are common in these two sets. Then after getting those members that are common in these two sets, that means those are the elements of the intersection, or those are the elements that are shared within these two sets. So we have been able to identify them. That means we shall be able to bring those elements. We have that element as B. So they now want us to find the number. We said for us to find the number of those elements, they are simply meaning for you to find out. They simply mean find out how many are they. Okay, so if we ask how many are they, we can see we have only one what? Only one element. So this is going to be the answer for our Roman what? Roman numeral 1. Then our Roman numeral 2. Our Roman numeral 2. Okay, they want us to find n number of V union W. Okay, so let's first find our V. Let's first find our V union B. I mean our V union W. Okay, the number of elements union the number of elements W. Okay, so let's first state them here very well, such that we can now be able to find those elements. Okay, here, so here we have A union B. We have our A, we have a B. Okay, we have remember we are having B here and also B here, so we shall only write it once and then also proceed to another number. Okay, so we can see that these are the members that are in V union W. So now here they now want us to find the number of V. Okay, the number of V union W. Okay, they want us to find the number. So for us to be able to find the number, we shall be able to count how many are they. Okay, how many are they? We have 1, we have 2, we have 3. So that means number of V union W, they are 3. So we shall be able to write what? Write 3 as our answer. Okay, so that is our first number is done. So let's proceed to our next number, which is 2. They are saying in our next number we have been given our set P. Okay, we have been given our set P. We have been given our set P. Okay, yeah, we have been given our set P is equal to A, B, C, D up to E, and our set Q is E, D, M, R, F. Okay, so those are the members that have been given in both sets. So what do they want us to find? They want us to find number of P intersection Q, then the number of Q union P, then they want us the number of Q only, that is the complement. Then they also want us to find the number of P minus Q. Okay, so let's see how we can find out these numbers, both of us, such that we can solve the solution for it. Okay, let's see how we can solve these numbers. Okay, they want us to find the number of P union Q. Okay, Q union P, Q intersection Q. Okay, so we said if you want to get the number of P intersection Q, we have to first know the number of P intersection Q. Okay, we have to first find out the numbers here. Okay, how many are they? We said the number of P intersection Q, those are the numbers that look alike within all the sets. So let's first identify those numbers by taking them. We have our A. Do we have it the outside? No. We have a B. We have a C. Do we have the C in Q? The answer is no. We have a D. Do we have a D in set Q? Yes, this D is appearing in what? In both sets. Then we also have the E. Also, E is appearing in what? In both sets. So we can be able to identify that we have our E and we have our D. Okay, we have our two letters. We have our E and the D. That is in all our sets. So now here we want our N number of P intersection Q. Okay, P intersection Q. We shall be able now to count how many are they. We have 1, we have 2. Okay, so here we shall be able to say these numbers are what? They are 2 only. So that is how we shall be able to answer that. Roman numeral 1 is what? Is done. Let's go to our P union Q. Q union P. Okay, we have Q. Okay, we have our Q union P. Okay, so let's state all this. We first understand which members are in both sets. We first identify them such that we can get the number of Q union what? Q union P. So here we have our A, we have our B, we have our C, we have our D, we have our E, we have our M. Okay, we have our R, we have F. Okay, then I think they are over. All right, these members are what? They are over. So we have, these are the members in our what? In our Q union P. Okay, so that means now what we have to go to is to find out how many are they. And to find out how many are they, it is the what? It is the number of Q union P. Okay, so here now we come to a number of Q union P. Okay, so here now we just need to count how many are they. We have 1, 2, we have 3, we have 4, we have 5, we have 6, 7. They are up to 8. Okay, so this simply means that our answer is what? Our answer is done. Then we also come to our what? We have our Q only, number of Q only, number of our Q only, our Q what? Our Q only. Okay, so when they say our Q only, that is they want us to find out Okay, they want us to find out our Q only. Q only. Okay, so here it gives us a reference to a set, a reference to this set of ours which is given. They want us to find the number of Q only. So here you can see we were able to identify the members that were in both in both sets. So that means these members that were in both sets, we are able to put them in the intersection the intersection of a set. So they want us to find the members of Q only. So if this was our set, for example, if this was our set, to clarify it more, if this was our set, we could have our D. Okay, let me get another color. Okay, if this was our numbers, we have our E here. Okay, we have our E here, and we have our D here. Okay, that is our D. And then we also have the members that are remaining. If this was our Q, if this was our P, okay, so that means the members which are remaining, we have our M, we have R, and we also have what? We have F. Also here we have our A, we have our B, we have our C. Okay, so if we are to present that set on a Venn diagram, this is how it was going to look like. So here they want us to find the members of what? Of Q, number of Q only. So for us to get the number of Q only, we shall be able to say our Q minus, we are going to say our Q minus the intersection. Okay, let's name our intersection as N. Then for us to get Q only, we shall be able to say Q only is equal to our Q. Okay, our Q minus N. Okay, so this is it. We say the whole of the Q, then we subtract the members that are shared in that. So here we shall be able to say our Q minus N is, so this is equal to M, R, then F. Okay, so these are the members of our what? Of our Q only. So now when you come to N, number of Q only, okay, we have so far known that the members of Q only are M, R, F. Okay, those are the members in what? In our Q. So now here we just need to understand how many are they. These are 1, 2, 3. So our Q only are 3. All right. So also here they also want us to find Roman numeral 5. They want us to find our number of P, minus Q. Okay, number of P minus Q. How do we get this? Someone with an idea? How do we get this? Okay, that is okay. That is a good idea. Now, you can see they want us P minus what? P minus Q. For us to get P minus Q, that means we are going to get our P, which is this. Okay, our P, which is all of this, then minus this. That means they also want our P, which is this. Okay, then we remove the what, we subtract the intersection. Okay, so for here we shall be able to get our members as A, then B, and then C. Okay, these are the members of P minus Q. Okay, so here we shall be able to come up with these members. Of course, they want the number of Q of P minus Q. Here they are trying to simply mean they want the number of P, number of P minus Q. Okay, so here what we shall do is to understand how many members are in our what, how many members are in P and how many members are in Q. Okay, let's continue with here. So if you can be able to see the member of Q, okay, members of Q, we got 3. Okay, also here the members of what, the members of Q minus P are also equal to 3. So number of Q minus P, we shall be able to come up with what, with 3. All right, so this is how we can derive to the answer when you have been asked questions of that kind. They are as simple as that. So hope everyone has been able to pick out something for him to be prepared and answer the next question. We still have some questions like this. We are also going to answer it. We are also going to answer that question. That is going to be in our next video. Okay, so thank you very much for watching this lesson. Please be able to check out on the recent videos, because this video is building to one another. Also put out in our comment section for us to be able to handle you and answer some of your questions and some of your comments. Thank you very much. Have a nice moment.